German city installs Ulmer Nests. The name of the town they're trying this experiment out, I guess, is Ulmer. Sleeping pods for homeless people. Oh, lovely. Well, we already have indoor sleeping pods of the type where people live in big, giant warehouses and they just rent a little bed with some drawers that double as stairs that can be used to climb up to the second bunk above the first that you rent. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now we have outdoor pods. If you're outside in the winter feeling cold, just step into one of our pods and get warm. Wow, that was horrible. I'm not going to be writing any jingles anytime soon. Oh, sleeping pods for homeless people. Wow. This is just great. Let's incentivize homelessness, because that's a real good idea, right? Yeah. Making being homeless in winter a very comfortable affair. That's a good idea. I thought that the whole idea of behavior that was undesirable was to make it as undesirable as possible so less people would undertake in such behavior. Let's make it easier for bank robbers to rob a bank. Let's get rid of the armed security guard and the cameras. Yeah. Let's make it easier. Let's incentivize bank robbers. I thought the whole point was to make it as undesirable as possible to rob a bank so it would happen less. No, you were wrong. We want to incentivize undesirable behavior. Oh, is that a fact? Great idea. Don't be surprised if you get more of it, then. Anyway, before I get into this story, I'd like to ask those of you out there who like and appreciate the raw, red-pilled, in-your-face nature of my content to please go check out my website, therealistphilosopher.com. That is therealistphilosopher.com. You'll find a lot of useful and interesting social media links at the top of the page. You'll also find a lot of very useful and interesting services that I offer outside of this show. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the page at therealistphilosopher.com, you will find 3 different donation methods. Number 1, my Bitcoin wallet address. You can donate whatever amount of Bitcoin you want. It's up to you. I'd really appreciate it. Any amount is appreciated. Anything. Number 2, my Cash App address, which is a free app you can download that allows you to send and receive funds anonymously and for free. And number 3 is my Patreon, which is a per-piece subscription-style platform. I make about 8 pieces a month. You donate $1, that'd be $8 a month, 50 cents, $4 a month. It is a subscription-style platform. And again, any amount is greatly appreciated. So go check that out, therealistphilosopher.com. That is therealistphilosopher.com. And also, don't forget to follow me on BitChute. bitchute.com/therealistphilosopher. That's bitchute.com/therealistphilosopher. If you don't know what BitChute is, it is a platform very similar to YouTube, except there's 0 free speech restrictions. There's no censorship. As long as you're not cutting up and eating little babies on camera, your video will probably be okay. So it's a great platform. So go check me out there, The Realist Philosopher, all right, on BitChute. So bitchute.com/therealistphilosopher. Okay, back to the story. So Germany, in its wonderful wokeness, has decided to make being homeless even more comfortable than it probably already is in that country. And it's going to put random sleeping pods all over outside. So if you have a homeless person, they're walking down the street, it's getting late, getting cold. Ooh, I'm shivering. Where am I going to sleep? Oh, there's a pod. Whoa! Lovely. Lovely. I think these things are heated, too. They have little fucking USB ports where you can recharge your cell phone. Yeah, that's right. Homeless people have cell phones now. I don't know where they're getting the money for that. Let me guess. There's probably some kind of program. Obama phone or something. Probably some kind of welfare program where if you sign up, you can get a phone. Because the homeless might need it to find a job. Yeah, like that's going to happen for the majority of these fucking people. Yeah, I'm sure they're using that to look for a job and not play Candy Crunch in their free time, which they have a lot of. Oh, no. So a German city has built a series of pods for homeless people to be able to sleep in. Well, that's great. Oh, that's great. Why don't you give them free food, too? Why don't you just give them a house instead of a pod? That's where we're headed anyway, right? According to a report, the units known as Ulmer Nests were installed on January 8th by officials in Ulm, about 75 miles west of Munich. Yeah, we want to encourage the homeless people to get out of the major cities. We just don't want to look at them. We don't want to look at them. We're perfectly okay with helping them with other people's money. Through taxation, but we just don't want to have to see them, you know. Get them out into the suburbs. Yeah. To provide shelter for sleepers during the cold winter months. The pods, which are made from wood and steel, were put in parks and other places, a spokesman for the city said. And they were put there to shield the homeless from wind and cold. And they've been equipped with beds and thermal insulation. Wow. That's great. They're also big enough for use by 2 individuals. Oh, is that a fact? Oh, lovely. So if the homeless want to, participate in coitus, they want to get a little familiar with each other, more so than they get out on the street. Well, there's the pod. Boy, I wonder if some young people might take advantage of this as well. Yeah. Yeah, some young teenagers. Where can we go fuck, Billy? We're only 14 years old. My daddy's got a shed out back. No. There's all these pods now in the park. We can go in. Get in one of those. They're heated or air conditioned, and they lock. And they're thermally insulated, and they have lights. Woohoo! Free fuck space. I can foresee a lot of problems with these things. A lot of problems, yo. Gonna have to be cleaning up a lot of fucking splooge out of these things. Jesus Christ. The upkeep of these fucking things alone is gonna run into the hundreds of thousands of the millions, depending on how many of them there are. Okay, great. So not only do you have the pods, now you're gonna have to create a whole fucking bureaucratic office to take care of them. Just like that the office of poop in San Francisco. They have an office of excrement removal in San Francisco. Yeah. Costs millions of dollars a year. Has a bunch of employees whose whole job is to go around and clean up crap all day. And use needles! Yeah. It's great. That's going to cost a fucking bundle, because we all know the government is not very efficient when it comes to spending your money. Let's take a look at these fucking pods anyway. I want to see what these things look like, okay? Sleep number 1. Let's see. I wonder how much that cost to build. $1 million? You think that cost €1 million, maybe? Yeah, it might. What did those pup tents in San Francisco cost? Like $67,000 a piece? 16 million fucking dollars for 267 tents. Oh, great. I wonder if these cost the equivalent. Probably more. What do you think? That's $100,000? So maybe like $2-3 in materials, and then the other 87,000 went into the politician's pocket as a kickback. Maybe one of these German politicians' brother-in-laws runs the companies that's building those things. Yeah. I wonder if Engel is getting any kickbacks from this. She probably got her hand in a lot of cookie jars. I wouldn't be surprised. So look at that. There you go. That's the pod, baby. 100% private. Can't see in. It's got light. Oh, look at that. It's got solar panels, too. It's got batteries. I bet you some people are going to be robbing this shit. Lithium batteries. They're worth a lot of money. Solar panels are worth a lot of money, too. I foresee these things being stripped down bare by people scrounging for shit they can sell for drug money. I wonder how long these pods are going to stay intact. They're going to be stripped bare. Anything that's valuable in them. Copper wiring, the lights, the thermal insulation, the batteries inside, the solar panels. Oh, that's lovely. And then that's going to have to be fixed, of course. So probably millions of dollars a year, millions of euros a year in upkeep. Just so homeless people might have a place to retreat to when it gets cold out, where they can recharge their cell phones. Lovely. Oh, man, what a bad program this is, yeah? There's one. Yeah. It looks like it's in somebody's backyard. What are they going to do? They're going to require their citizens to put these in their backyard? Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. You have a house? Yeah. You live in Germany? Yeah, I'm a German citizen. Well, we're going to require you to, put aside a small plot of your backyard where we can put one of these pods. I'm going to have homeless people billeting in my backyard? Yeah, but don't worry. They won't cause any trouble. Does it have a toilet in it? No. So they're going to probably be taking a dump and a piss in my yard. Well, that's the price you have to pay as a German citizen. Coming to an EU state near you. Yeah, they tried this in America, too. Little homes where they got torn down. The city was like, no! They had this one guy, he was making these little homes for the homeless people, and then he was putting them on the sidewalks of barely used streets, and the city came in and tore them apart. You do not get to give charity to the homeless. We can't have them being comfortable. We can't have them having somewhere where they can sleep and possibly get enough sleep and be able to take care of themselves to the point where they might actually get a job and not be dependent on the state anymore, we won't have a monopoly on charity, motherfucker. Not you. Nobody else gets to horn in on our charity. Yeah. And, of course, we want to keep them dependent on the state, so we don't want them being comfortable. I got another picture here. There's another view. So the door on it goes up, like on a Lamborghini. Wow, how cool. Yeah, you get to sleep in one of those. Oh, boy. It's got room for 2 people. And it's got enough room where you can sit up and eat your little canned beans and shit. Wow. I can foresee so many costs. The cost of upkeep, repair when these things get stripped bare, to sell the shit on the black market. Oh, all the dirt and splooge come inside that motherfucker. Wow. It's going to be a constant effort to upkeep these pods. That's great, yeah. As if Germany wasn't already broke enough with their gigantic Muslim population who doesn't work. That's great. Brilliant. Brilliant, Germany! Yeah. There are no cameras, but when they're in use, sensors are triggered. Those behind the project, amid some delays, announced that they had eventually been rolled out just as the weather began to take a turn for the worse. Oh, yeah. Can't have those homeless people being uncomfortable. So they have these sensors so that in the morning they can essentially go to the pod and give the people help and aid and food and shit. Wow. That's great. Room service. Wow, it really pays to be homeless. And we'll drive you back to our offices where you can take a shower. We want to make your stay on the streets as comfy as possible, so you will continue to stay on the streets. Yeah. I think a few of these homeless people become human popsicles. Not so many people are going to want to be homeless. Oh, we can't have that. We need a homeless population to justify our existence as bleeding heart liberal morons. Oh, yeah. So, those behind the project are very proud. Yeah, I bet you are. Oh, bet you are. The group wrote about it on Facebook. Today, the 2 nests were repositioned, unfortunately due to corona delays, but just in time for the really cold nights. Oh, yeah, I'm sure these 2 pods that you've been able to roll out after 2 years. It's just a little 5-sided box, man, with a fucking solar panel attached and some batteries in the roof of it. And you're only able to punch out 2 of these fucking things? Really? Yeah, that's how efficient government is. We hope to repeat last year's positive feedback in order to provide a supplementary measure regarding the existing frostbite protection. Using these own pods in the long run. Oh, joy. Joy to the world. Joy to the motherfucking world. Yes, they've got sensors. Yeah. And then when you wake up in the morning, you got somebody knocking on your little pod, and you're nice and warm because they probably have heaters in them. I wouldn't be surprised. Battery-powered heaters. I'm nice and warm, but I'm hungry. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there? I'm with social services. I've got some coffee and donuts for you. Oh, boy. This is just unreal. This is unfucking real. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've got socialists in America paying $67,000 for 2-man pup tents to house the homeless. Yeah, there's no kickbacks involved there. Oh, no. And now they're advocating for giving homeless people free houses. Not totally free. We're going to steal them from people who own them but aren't using them. So this shouldn't be surprising at all. So let me know what you think of Germany's new pod program. Is this really, really progressive? Is this going to help the homeless get out of their poverty and stop being homeless? Or is it just going to encourage them to continue to be homeless? Let me know in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to my BitChute channel if you have not already. BitChute.com/The Realist Philosopher. That's BitChute.com/The Realist Philosopher. You're going to find more than 1,200 pieces of my content there. So go check it out. And again, please consider making a donation by going and checking out my website, TheRealistPhilosopher.com. I could really use your help.